Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question tonight. What makes Nina Reeves so insufferable on General Hospital Part 2? And if you remember we sat there and we talked about this on Saturday. Went through all the lists, checked all the boxes and everything like that, but just for funsies, since we're doing it with everyone else tonight, I figured, why not? Now, as you know, we always sit there and talk about all the soaps, General, YNR, B&B and Days, and for some odd reason, I keep acting like there's more soap operas. Amy is in the chat. What's good, Amy? Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing, Lashanta? Sorry I was late. I cut myself shaving, like literally, um, which was really stupid. But I didn't think I was actually going to do that. What else my damn spoon at? And part of the reason, Ron is in the chat. What's good, Ron? Part of the reason, because these applesauces, right? And Gloria, how you doing tonight, Gloria? So something about it, whenever you sit there and get caught in my mustache, you would just make it feel all like, I don't know, sticky or something, which, trust me, I know that sounds in context, but it's not fun. Thank you, Valerie. I'm good. I'm good now. Um, I just didn't want to come in a live stream, just like, bleeding and everything like that. It just would have been all sorts of gross. Thank you, though. Grams in the chat was good, Grams. So yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's just wait a few minutes before or the clot start bleeding, because that would have been fun. And I was really going too far. I mean, I was really going too fast. Well, yep, Ron, that's the name of the game when it comes to us being B. Now, Lashanta says, why Zeke didn't go to Curtis and he should have told it, and he should have told it. Why was Zeke tell Trina that? I guess as a good uncle, it makes sense. Kyrie says in the chat, was good, Kyrie? How you doing, my friend? Thank you, Lord, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of sucked. It feels a little bit better now. The problem was just the bleeding part. Trust me, nobody wants to sit there and see a live streamer with their bleeding while they're on camera. It's just not fun. That's right, Kyrie's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Kyrie's. Jay Sam is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yes, we are sitting there asking a question, part 2. Wow, we see actually a lot of members up in this chat, except for one person, or maybe two. Ron says, Albert, you are agreement with Phoenix that says both. Of course, Ron. Like I said, it's the name of the game when it comes to us being bees. Rinse and repeat. Been doing that for 30-something years, and apparently it's still on the air. So what is that saying? No, seriously, what is that really saying? Black Mind's in the chat. Did you put something on it to stop the bleeding? No, I put like tissues and stuff like that just to make sure. I should probably put some alcohol in it. Yeah, I should do that. Of course, it's gonna hurt like hell, but yeah, I gotta put some alcohol on it. But yeah, I just put like paper towels on it. Well, one paper towel. It just sucked because it was just like, oh, let me sit there and take 5 seconds, and yeah. Harry says almost didn't care for days today until the end. At least now he knows the poser is not his wife. Yeah, it was. It wasn't super great. I like to tell you the truth, the two soaps of the day was General Hospital and Young and Restless. My goodness, Young and Restless. I gotta give Young and Restless his props. They've been killing it. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, Days was better than B&B, if you can believe that. So, Lachata said, "Do you remember Lecter, the nanny, got killed by the no?" But then again, I didn't watch the text killer, the text message killer storyline. I was actually took a break. Kyrie says Ava planning an extremely stupid game. Oh, playing an extremely stupid game. Well, you know what they say: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Darby, it was good. It was good. It was good. I don't know if your dad is still here, but I hope you had a good day though also yesterday, Darby. I was missing you out like crazy though, to be honest. I really was. Ron said glad that Eli's back on Days of Our Lives. To do what? I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool seeing him. I mean, it was a nice little cameo. Lashanta said I'm glad Abe finally remembered. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Blackman, I already saw it. I already saw it today. I saw it today. It was good. It was good. Valerie says I like the scene with Tracy and Leo today. Valerie, wasn't it actually amazing that Tracy wasn't annoying? Wasn't it just like so amazing that Tracy wasn't annoying? I still want him to leave, but you know. Graham says yes. Days were strange. Abe had been missing, and Theo finally showed with a big speech. Graham's, you are 100% correct, and that's actually pretty sad. Um, Ariana's in the chat. Nina's going to explode if she doesn't confess soon. Yo, that lie was sad, even for Nina. Makai's in the chat. Who's good, Makai? Yeah, no, I still want her to leave. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a great scene. It was just like, all right, you can go now. Curry says for some reason my DVR did not tape Young and Restless. I was angry, but spent most of my day watching a sitcom called Grownish. Ooh, I know Grownish. Well, I don't know if other people in the chat know Grownish. I know Grownish though. Do you, do you watch Blackish, or did you ever watch Blackish? Laura B says, I'm glad you enjoyed your day. I enjoyed mine also. Good. I did miss y'all though. It was just like, let's just take some time to sit there and be my dad today or yesterday. Ron says even Phoenix said he admitted that Young and Restless has stepped up. Yes. See? We're all in agreement on that. You're all in agreement on that, Ron. Ariana says, I hope you had a great day with your dad, Mr. Stream. Yeah, no, I did. I missed the stream as well. But the day with my dad was good. Hmm. I did equally miss every single person there. Now, Valerie said Nina is digging her hole faster than Curtis. No, I doubt that. Valerie, did you see the way he dug that hole? I almost felt bad for him. I, I almost felt bad for him as a man. Makai's in the chat. Was good, Makai? Yeah, I almost felt bad for him as yeah. I mean, I did kind of stand like, bro, you did this to yourself. But Lord knows I've been there. Oof. Did you did you see the look on Portia's face that Portia gave to Curtis when he walked up when she knew? Man, there's something about a woman's glance that that you just get chills in your whole body. You're just like, oh, I don't know what I did, but I did something. Crystal said, did Jordan tell Zeke she was still hung up on Curtis? Don't remember that. Thought she said it was a stupid. No, she did. She did. Either wasn't even a word, Valerie. This is something new. This is one of those things where it's like when a woman is upset with a man and he walks in. I mean, Carrie said, "Yeah, I watched Blackish when it was on. I never got around to watching more than one or few episode going listen to say I watched it's on Disney Plus. I guess it makes sense. It is an ABC show. Lashanta says Sharon killed him because he did 20 years and it didn't fade him. Yeah, it didn't phase him at all. It didn't do anything. And Lobby says, I'm sorry, I don't feel. I mean, yeah, that's what I said to some extent as a man. I was like, bro, I feel you, but like, that glance from a woman, but like you did that to yourself. So it's like I didn't feel bad for him. I just, from a man's perspective, it was like, bro, you're so apt. And then he just kept digging that hole. Mm-mm. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch that again. Ron says I won't be watching the rinse and repeat until my girl Sharon is. All right. Well, actually, I have no idea what you're gonna have to, how long you're gonna wait for. Graham says Curtis is that one friend you look at and shake. That's bro. You say that to her, bro. Why? Yeah, that is very true. You just kind of standing like, bro. Not with you. Blackman says when a woman fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I know, but him digging a hole just didn't help. Remember what he said after? He said, "Well, being with Jordan really helped me. Want to be with you more. Like me kissing Jordan wanted me. It really. He said something. It was like being with Jordan make me realize how badly he wanted to be with Porsche. And it was like, bro, are you kidding me? Are you serious? And run, because I didn't start drinking yet. Ron says, Albert, I couldn't stomach the wise. Name Victoria always in bed, just sickening how could she lay in bed with that cheating dog. What did I say last time? What did I say? Does anyone in the chat remember what I said last time about why these women let Nate does what he does? Please somebody tell me. Please somebody tell me. Really said exactly like really Curtis, yeah. I want to know if somebody knows why these women let Nate does what he does. If they don't say it, Jesus Christ. Oh, Black man, I love you. You are amazing. Krista says, love how Portia opened with you want everyone to be honest. Ooh, it was great. It was great. And Pop said, and Pop is in the chat. Was good, and Pop. Ooh, the amazing, gorgeous Janet is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Janet. How are you doing today? Ariana says, I just can't Curtis anymore. Ron said, what? Because he has looks, please. Now, Kyrie says, Nate ain't all that. I love it. Monique is in the chat. Was good, Monique. Lashanta said, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. He was Jordan's husband first, and Thirsty befriended her and got back with Curtis. You got feelings too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost sounds like somebody's not there sympathizing with Curtis. Is somebody sympathizing with Curtis? Because that's what I read. And B is in the chat. Was good. And B. Dave is in the chat. Nice, nice. Congratulations, Dave. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I could have read that sentence wrong, but it almost sounded like you know, like somebody was not there sympathizing with Curtis. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I was bleeding a little bit. Maybe I'm a little delirious. I'm so glad that we all caught into the fact that Nate just gets away with stuff because of his looks. That just it just warms my heart. It really does. Uh, I want to go back to that whole him digging the hole. Though. My man Curtis is digging a hole, and it was so bad that I'm just not there looking, and I'm just like, stop talking, please stop. You know what? I'm with it. I'm with it. Listen, Curtis, I'm definitely impressed now. LaChanta says someone said Curtis and Portia think they're Jay Z and Beyonce. My dude was digging a hole to the other part of the damn planet at that point. Listen, I've been there. It sucks. Um, Tracy Steves is in the chat. What's good, Tracy Steves? How you doing tonight, Tracy? Speaking of Tracy's, that was a good thing, but oh, I want that damn spinner. That's something else. I'm gonna have to sit and look on Amazon. I want to get that damn spinner. I want to get that spinner. I want to get that spinner so bad. I want to get that spinner. There's two things I want to get on Amazon. That spinner and whatever that Rubik's cube. That's not really a Rubik's cube. Um, Ron says Phoenix said that. What is the purpose of bringing RJ back? Yeah, we all been saying that. I'm glad to hear that, Tracy. Yes, happy Monday now. I'm also glad you're in the chat. So it's really good to sit there and see your name in the chat. Now, Kyrie says, bring DC on LOL. I said it again. Nate ain't all that. Is average as oh. You know, Kyrie, I may have to sit there and let DC know that. I'm not joking about that, Kyrie. I've got to be I've got to be serious about that. Black Mon says, I think someone says something because I'm loving wine on more than, yeah. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a fan of, Jesus Christ, I feel like I need to get a drink. Hold on. I'm not a fan. Jesse Jazz is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Jazz. Now Kyrie says, bring him on. All right, Kyrie. Remember, you said that. Now, Prashanta said, I don't care. I don't care anybody about. I don't care anything about Curtis, but those are the facts. Jordan was in love with him, and he left her because he thought the grass was greener on the other side. I mean, I get that. Um, but I mean, my dude, I don't even know what to say to that. Jesse Jess is in the chat. Jesse Jess, what are you doing, my man Curtis seen today? With his apology to Jordan. Andrea's in the chat. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she was mean, but she was honest. She was honest, and I respected that. Lennox says, "I knew Sally was going to blame Adam for her kid not being there." Yeah, I knew it too. And it was, listen. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna sit there and say it. It wasn't anyone's fault. Um, but here's the thing that always just makes me I don't see. My whole thing is like when people always sit there and say, "Oh, I want Adam to be with Sally. I want Adam to be with Sally." I'm like, why? Why would you want any character that you like to sit there and be with that woman? That's the part that just blows me. Eagle Fang says, "What is God, Albert? Can they just do a doggy track on Leo? Olivia can't watch a kid for more than 30 seconds without losing sight of him. Did she not forget about? Yeah, it was actually pretty bad." Curry says Curtis almost got. No, Curry says Curtis almost looked better than Nate. Zeke is way finer than both Curtis and Nate put together. Well, I mean, of course, dude's GQ. You actually said that Curtis looks better than Nate. That's interesting. Um, just said Curtis got what he deserves. Just says talking about the kiss made me realize I wanted. Oh my god! Just listen. I sat there. I was like, like I was sitting there saying before you came in. I was like, listen. As a man, part of me wanted to feel bad because I know what it's like to dig yourself into a hole. The other part of me was like, stop talking. When he said that, I was like, bro. I was like, stop talking. And yes, Jess said talking about the kiss made me realize I wanted to work things out with you. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And Pop says, Albert, why was Zeke told Trina not to trust Curtis? She found out that he was her father yesterday. Portia and Curtis are on their way to a divorce and only been married a week. Your opinion? Um, Curtis seems like he's just not really trustful. You know, that's what it comes down to. And if you could sit there and look at the woman that you so-called love in her eyes, and sit there and lie to her, what makes you sit there and think that he can't lie to Trina? That's why. And so I understood where, I actually understood where Zeke was coming from. So yeah, I agree with Zeke, and Pop. I do. Kyrie says, I can't stand looking at old ball, old balding Curtis either. You also called him Little Bill too, which I actually did like. And just anybody know LGH start. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass. It really does help. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button. Hit that. Okay, so we got 15 likes. We got 39 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It does really help. Monique says Ava and Nina playing a dangerous game with Sunny. They both better be aware of glass. A glass is being thrown. I agree with that. Now, Lashanta Zeke was wrong for telling Trina that one thing doesn't have anything to with do with the other. It kind of does because it does come down to trust. Like I said, if Portia can't trust Curtis, why the hell should Trina? Darby says maybe Zeke knows something about Curtis' past that Trina doesn't know. No, it just comes down to trust. It just comes down to trust. Eager Finn says normally I would feel bad for Curtis for what Portia did. But he is the same guy that lied about Jordan's kissing, not telling Portia about Miss Wu, which will be the final straw. And yes, glad we're on the same page, Eagle Fang. We are on the same page. What else my damn drink? Curry says, but Nate is already average looking like a midget and kissing with Chitora. He's just instantly lying to Tommy. Convenient bastard. Damn. Yeah, but let me ask you a question, Jess. Was he wrong about that? Was he wrong? And honestly, to tell you the truth, here's the thing. I'm glad he told her this now. He didn't let it drag out for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. He was right there. He was like, "Yo, listen, he kissed Jordan." And when he said it, I clapped because I was like, "Yo." And just said, "Did I miss much at the beginning of G's?" I don't know. You guys sit there and watch my review, or ask somebody in the chat. Monique said Curtis kissed Jordan and expected things to be okay with Porsche. I guess his in his own way, this was payback. You lied to me about, yeah. And then he brung that up, yo. He brung that up, and I was like, bro, stop. Eager finishes up, but did you see Cobra Kai cast and crew at the two-man meetup for them all coming together to? No, I did not. I'm actually very excited. You know what I'm watching right now? I'm actually very excited. You know what I'm watching right now, though? The Umbrella Academy. I am. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch Cobra Kai when it comes out, but I'm watching the Umbrella Academy, and I'm loving it. Got a list. Yes, thank you, Yu Fang. I appreciate you. I'm definitely gonna be watching that. Now, LaShanta says Paul Curtis lied. He know both of them got feelings for each other. Yeah, because he's a self-righteous. I feel like there's other names I could sit there and call him. CJ Sanders. I knew it was a reason why I liked you. I knew it was a another reason why I liked you. Besides the fact you've been rocking with the channel for a hot minute. Now Darby says, how long has Laura been mayor? Honestly, who wants a mayor who is out of town as much as she is? Has it been 6 months, 7 years since she was elected? Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Darby says to Aaron Bryce, see, I got such a good collection of people. I got such a good collection of friends. That's what it comes down to. Double C's in the chat was good, Double C. Curry says Curry says Nate looks like he's about to have a LeBron James lineup. What was good, Double C? Ron says Albert asked this question in the chat about Evo, who was stalked so badly that she had to quit because of her safety. Well, I mean, it's already kind of highlighted it, but Andrea Eve, who, what? Okay, what show was she on, Ron? I mean, it sucks either way. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just very curious though. Let's see what she's doing now. You know, it's really sad, Ron, because back in the day, back in those times, they didn't really. I don't know if they didn't take it. They didn't take it seriously enough, and I think that was kind of the problem. Lashanta says, "How drunk gonna have two jobs?" Oh, she's doing it. Okay, and I said this. I said this in my review. She's probably gonna give. Thank you, Ron. They're probably gonna give the job to Anna. They're gonna give the job to Anna. Probably says she's resigning one. Yeah, they're probably gonna give the job to Anna. Eagle Fan says when Zeke and Trina and their pool in that pool tonight, I did not see an uncle hanging out with his niece. Zeke is a big time snitch. At least snitch in front of Curtis, not behind his back, bro. Lashanta says while Portia say Joy still got feelings because she does. And it's, I don't know, maybe, sometimes some women can sit there and tell another woman, um, I have feelings for a man. Yeah, double C apparently, and that's the thing. Back in the day, there wasn't really much that they can do as far as stalking how. In some places, there's not much they can sit there and do now. There's a famous Twitch streamer. I forgot her name, but she still gets stalked to this day. Riley says yes, probably Anna. Now, Eagerfin says Anna's not going to get the job. I think Dante has earned it. Yeah, but I mean, Anna has been doing, it's like she's been commissioner for, at one point she was a commissioner. So now LaShanta says Ava can't work. I mean, Anna can't work in law enforcement. Why? And just said, can I ask the chat, did I miss much at the beginning of General Hospital? Yes or no? Jason, Zeke doesn't owe Curtis anything. He's loyal to his sister like he should be. And you know, I 100% agree with that. I do. Oh, yeah, what the hell is this chick's name? I don't want to actually sit there and hear my voice right now. Oh, okay. I know she's on Twitch, and I think she lives in the UK, and they really don't give an F. Lobby says, Eager Fang says, plus you can get so much storyline with Dante versus Anna. Yeah, I get that. Now, Laura B said, didn't we already talk about that, Andrea? Already. Ron said, yeah. I mean, you might actually said that, but it's just one of those things where it's like it just sucks. I don't remember what the chick's name is though, but she got stalked, and pretty much the cops was sitting there saying you need to sit there and stop streaming. Like the cops actually told. I mean, granted, this was like in UK or something like that. The cops was literally sitting there saying, "Well, if you care about your safety, then you should stop. You should stop streaming. Stop doing Twitch." Like what? And Pop says Anna is considered a double agent. Tagger could do the job. Poor Tagger. Now, Eagle says if that was the case with Zeke, why not tell Portia right away? Why did Sister Portia pretty much force him to tell her using high school bullying tactics? Now, just said Olivia being so dramatic today. Yeah, I didn't even. That was the thing when I did my review. I was like, I didn't even sit there and say really that much about her because all I said what she was doing was just crying. That was it. That's literally all she was sitting there doing. Becky D's in the chat was good. Becky D, let's everyone say what's up to Becky D. Now Lashanta says, "Is past time Tracy's gone?" Yeah, I was like, listen, you did your thing. You were there for Leo. You did exactly what Brooklyn has been saying about her, as far as her always being there for her family. But I'm like, all right, boy, now it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go now. You can go. You don't need to be here. Ron says in part that fans didn't harass any Rodstros and all right, but they talk badly about them on Twitter. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's what they do. Double C says liver crying made me think Ned is okay. He's not brain dead. Be thankful for that. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Um, I do kind of sit there and look at it. Like Jess said, she was just being over the top. That's why I didn't really sit there and say I must. But in the review, I was like, yep, she was crying. Carrie says, I hope Victor allows Adam to do whatever he wants during his turn to dark side. If Adam wants to hostile take over new media, Victor better not get in his way. Which Victoria deserves down pegs. I would be taking down a couple of pegs. Tracy says, I'm behind, and G. Spencer lied to Trina and said he would get rid of the evidence against her, but he didn't. No, he didn't. He wants to sit there and use that evidence. And you know what? The sad thing is that I actually agree with him. I was actually on his side when he said that, Tracy. I was like, you know what? Listen, as much as I don't like you, I agree with that. Eagle Fang says good. Good news, chat. We'll find out who Austin Boss is in 2030. Now, Jess says she's crying over. No, she's crying over everything. His damn daughter acting more grown than she is. I have nothing to add to that because she is 100% correct. And she's been doing that for like the past 2 days or whatever. Um, LaShanta said, I don't understand. Portia lied about Trina 20 years, but she wants to play victim. He should have told her. She should have told her. He should. I don't understand now. LaShanta says, I don't understand. Portia lied about Trina 20 years ago, but she want to play victim. He should have told her when she should have told him when he came. Is that what you mean? Because I'm assuming you mean he and. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. But you know what? Here's the thing, though. When Portia said, Portia was like, "Listen, that's not a get out of free jail card. You know, that's not one of those things where it's like, okay, so because she lied, he gets to sit there and do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how that works. Um, because he said the same thing, and I was like, bro, just stop talking. Because I'm like, bro, you are not making it better. Curry says, I hope when Adam does take over new media, he does a hatchet job on Victoria and Nikki and Nick put all their flaws out to the world. You know what Sally did dirty to. But you know what the thing is though, like Nick and Adam, well tomorrow's episode or maybe today's episode, I've lost track. They actually had a good scene together though. Like for once, they weren't sitting there going at each other's throats. They weren't biting each other's heads off. They were just sitting there being brothers, and I appreciated that. Becky D says, Kyrie's Clark, how's my funny man today? Ron says Kyrie's won't be taking no. Ron says Kyrie's Adam won't be taking over Newman Media, so keep telling that. Keep telling yourself that. Let me take my drink. I want to sit there and read that again. Ron says, Kyrie's Adam won't be taking over Newman Media. So keep telling yourself that. I want to read that twice. Um, Eagle Fang says Nina, as much as I feel bad for her with the blind and stubborn Willow, she really has no character growth besides not being crazy like she was with Frank over 10 years ago, but she's never learned. No, of course not. Listen, we need a resident dingbat. We need a resident dingbat in any given city at any point in time. And Nina just happens to be PC's dingbat. Lashanta says no, but her lie outweighed his, but she either gonna work it out or not. He really doesn't want to be there. I mean, I get what you're saying. Is the problem is, when it really comes down to it, it's not really so much as it's not it shouldn't be a tit for tat, and it shouldn't be a well because your lie was bigger than my lie, then I get a free reign, I get a free pass. That's the problem. That's the problem. And what did my guy sit there and say? What did he say? Oh, I was confused. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. Kyrie says Ron Adam has much more of a chance of taking over Newman Media than Sheila does. And I love what I do. Oh my god. Ron says Phoenix said that the actors will not respond to people calling them by their characters' names. They would act like they haven't heard what you said. Hell no, Ron. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of stupid though. Like they should sit there and embrace that instead of just being on um yeah, but I'm just like oh my god. Darby says Portia should have told Curtis when he came back. It's not like Taggart was married to her anymore. No, I agree with that. I really do. I am not discounting that. That's on that's on what you call it. That is definitely on what you call it. That is definitely on Portia. Kyrie says I went on a rant about Nate just prior to your arrival. Oh, it was yeah, no, it was good. It was good, Becky D. Hell, actually took it was so good that Kyrie's actually dared me to sit there and call out the big guns. So just remember, Kyrie's. You asked for it. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't super great, you know. I mean, if my dad was sitting there missing for a hot minute, I wouldn't sit there and take that long to sit there and be trying to go out there to try to be like, hey, I should be doing a speech. I mean, I shouldn't be sitting there trying to find my dad or anything like that. No, 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 no. Let me sit there and do this speech because this is much more important. What the? Yeah, no, he wasn't in this episode, Andrea. Let's be honest. I know he's called Harris Michaels, but let's just be honest. He's literally Jason 2.0. All right? He's literally Jason 2.0. Uh, I love it, Carrie. I love it. Don't worry. I will sit there and definitely message him. I'm not joking about that. I'm being dead ass serious too. Um, of course, Kyrie's about to sit there and tell him a bit of a backstory about how we got to that point, which is also hilarious. But don't worry, I'll make sure I include that in there too. Ron says I'm not interested in Chanel. I mean, chat is definitely being an item. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people are interested in Stephanie at all, to be honest. Lashanta says I'm so sick of Brooke and Ridge when their kids be in it, they will split. Yep, all that Destiny talk. Blackmon, it was like a little mini reunion of 227. And I am old enough to sit there and remember 227. Awesome sauce. I didn't realize that even back then Jackie was much more older um um than what they call Mama, Big Mama. Bobby says, yeah, I didn't know it was that much of a difference though. Graham said, yeah, Donna Turner, aka Curtis, went off on a fan a few years ago because they call. Are you sick, bro? Bro, are you sick? That is the. You know what? Listen, I'm not because if he just came up, he was like, "Hey, Curtis," and then he just went off on him. That is the stupidest thing. Um, because honestly, to tell you the truth, I guess it should come down to context. Maybe the dude was just being super annoying, or whatever. She was just being super annoying because I mean that's just dumb. That's just dumb. I'm like, you've been playing a character for a couple of years. At some point, people are gonna walk up to you, or even and just say, "Yeah, you owe now that they're Yeah, you owe Brad and Steve now, Albert, that they're. I don't understand the joke. Curry says Brooke and Rich Destiny must be just ex toys and the bedroom because that's how they define their relationship. Middle school romance lasts longer than they do. Black man sister Talia has found special now. At this point, I sat, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of sat there and I contemplated like just how that scene was, and I was like, no, it's stupid, it's juvenile. Um, I think the problem is just that I don't even like Talia. And just, I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, you can later on find out in life that you may actually have an attraction for the same sex, which is totally fine. That's not even the part that actually throws me off. I know that will throw off some other people. That doesn't even throw me off. It's just like I just don't really care about her redemption storyline. And what I don't care about, and which really pisses me off, is that they are trying to turn something like her Smith is saying that Colin emotionally abused her, when in reality, the thing that Colin did was manipulate her. That pissed me off because there is a difference between the two, and the fact that they are just they're being like, "Oh, he emotionally abused me." No, it seemed like he manipulated you because you were well dumb. It's like, all right, let's throw emotionally abuse this way. It doesn't make her look that bad. It's like, no, but we're not doing that. Graham says that's facts that Paulina. Yes, yep. But yeah, Blackman, that's just what I'm just not even. Carrie says they constantly walk out on each other. They're so toxic. Yeah, Brooke blames everyone else. Of course. Graham says, yeah, he went off on them on Twitter. If I believe in his comments. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. Hmm. Well, not to sit there and say, he's my idol or anything like that, but I gotta sit there and look that up. Darby says, being Curtis is your job. It's like you're getting angry for answering when someone calls you Curtis. Shouldn't that be a compliment to you as an actor? That yes, yeah, it's yeah, that's just asinine. But that does show a certain level of immaturity within them. I gotta sit there and look it up though, because if all that stuff is true, then. LaShanta said, keep in mind Curtis was going to sleep with Jordan. She stopped there. Remember, Nina told Carly she stopped in Nixon Falls. I mean, in all reality, shame on both Curtis and Jordan. That scene when they kissed almost made me throw up, like legit. Double C says, I remember that when Curtis went off on somebody on Twitter, Sabrina mentioned that on her channel. Mm. Oh, it's so long ago. There's really not no. Hmm, that's crazy. I mean, does she even still do like soap opera? Like, does Sabrina Faith even still do soap opera content, or not really anymore? 'Cause I haven't seen Sabrina do like a live stream in a hot minute. Yep, Valley, I remember it. I still remember it. I remember the theme and everything. That's what I was to say. Like, I didn't remember them being. I didn't remember if they were actually that. I didn't know that they were actually that far apart in age. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think she's actually done soap opera stuff in a hot minute. I mean, she's still on what you call it, like she's still on YouTube, which is cool. But I wonder what actually made her not do any more soap opera content. Though. Thank you, Black Mind. Hit that like button. It really, excuse me, it really does actually help. It really does help. Thank you, Black Mind. Where are we actually on now? Okay, so 21 and 37 people in the chat. If you can, hit the like button. It really does help. Like it actually does. We actually get more people in because of that. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very curious. I mean, I don't know how many people actually still, like if y'all still watch Sabrina's Faith's channel. I don't know what happened with that. Yeah, no, Becky did. It really does. Lashanta says, "Good, Vicky, gonna see and Nate." Yeah, yo, when she saw those two both together, I was like, "Good." Now, granted, he can sit there and try to be like, "Oh, well, that's my underling. That's I'm her boss, so I'm gonna sit there and be talking to her." But the thing is, Victoria knows that she is a snake, and everyone and their mother has been practically telling her about Nate being shady and everything like that. And I'm like, I feel like again, those women are refusing. What's good, Nate? GH and YNR. Everything else was just yeah. Um, it's like they just let him get away with things because of his looks. Because if it's not that, I have no idea what the hell is wrong with some of these people. Lashanta says Chad needs another line of work, and Victor's security team needs to be fired. Yeah, I mean, he did fire one of them. I'm surprised the dude wasn't already fired. Andrea says, "See, even on vacation, I shall hear for you, Albert." No, I appreciate that, Andrea. I do. So, did she say anything? No, she just stood there and just looked at him. But she looked at him like, what's that about? You know? Damn, I didn't even actually even touch any of this. Santa says he fired two. Oh, two of them. Okay, good. I thought it was just one. Graham says, nah, Sabrina has been going through a lot of personal stuff, but she live streams still sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Hope hope whatever's going on that she'll get through it. Yeah. Well, this over. It says I would have told Victor as long as my last check clears. You old bastard, F you. Please. Damn. Now Janice says Bo will be good later this week. Okay. I think at this point we'll all know what's going to wind up going down. So it is you are actually 100% correct, Janet. You are 100% correct. If I get a chance, I may actually want to reviewing it. Hopefully. Becky D says enjoy. That's cool. Hope it's really good. If I don't review, we definitely won't be talking about it. So, Ron says, but Albert, what is the difference between Donnell, who plays Curtis on GH, and did Michelle, who plays Phyllis, went off on a fan because they were talking bad about their daughter on Twitter? Let me try to get this drink and see. Ron says, but Albert, what is the difference between Donnell, who plays Curtis on GH, and did Michelle, who plays I mean, you kind of answered that yourself. Donnell went off on somebody because they called him Curtis, which is stupid. Michelle went off on somebody because they attacked her daughter. So one was justified, the other was just an immature man child. That's the difference. Lashanta says, remember when Colin drugged that man and took his uniform? Andrea, they're not doing that. They're not doing any they're not doing well for right now they're not doing any Emmy awards. They're not doing that because the writer's strike. Victor, no, I mean Darby says Victor knows that Nate and Roger are conspiring against Victoria and his family and will deal out punishment accordingly. Okay. Well, I actually tell you the truth, I expect nothing less from the great Victor Newman. And Janice says I'm there for it. Yes, me too. Me too. Listen, whatever the scene is, it better be, let's put it this way, it better be as hot as how it was playing out. It better be as hot as how it was playing out in her head. Because this was some 90s, 80s Skinamax scene that Hope was on when she was sitting there riding my dude like a damn bull. So Double Sisters, I see you're not eating ice cream tonight, but it's Dairy Month. Huh. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Interesting. Harry says, so the actor is none. Harry says, so the actor is as unlikable as his character. Apparently so. Apparently so. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so I wonder what happens when he actually does these family ops. And people sit there and say, hey, Curtis, hey, Curtis. I'm going to have to look that up. One says, Robert, you're in agreement with things that actors will not respond to people calling them by their. No, actually, I'm not in agreement with that. Ron, I am 150% not agreement. I'm not in agreement to that. I think that's honestly to you, I think that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. All right. Ron, are you sitting there saying that he's okay with that? Because I want to make sure that we're on the same page. Are you sitting there saying that he's okay with actors not responding to people calling about their character's name? Rather says the actor sounds like a little stuck up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm about to say. Jenna said, yeah, it looks like a movie clip. Yeah, Jenna. That's putting it mildly. That is putting it mildly, but yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with the PG we'll go with the PG-13 version of that. Yeah. That's cute. I like that. Lashanta said Cameron dug a tunnel from the ranch to Noah's room, so no telling how long he was in Sharon's house. That's all sorts of creepy. Eagle Fang says people on Twitch call Kristen bought her wine to live name all the time. She does not care. Exactly, because she's a grown ass adult and she's not, On a side note, I'm gonna have to look her up on Twitch though. I'm gonna have to look her up on Twitch. Toby says if they pay me enough, they can call me Curtis. If they pay you enough, they can call you Curtis all day. You sure about that, Darby? I don't know. How much would they actually have to pay me to sit there and call me Curtis? Curtis says, so have you decided whether or not you're gonna review Mondays in the bank? Oh, it's coming on tonight? Oh, I don't know. Cause like right after this, I'm probably just gonna want to go on to sleep. So I probably won't be able to do it. It sucks because it does actually seem like a good idea, but it's like when you're sitting there trying to. It's on Peacock though, right? I don't know. If I do watch it, then I'll review it on Saturday. Ron says no, Phoenix is not agreeing. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Then we're on the same page. Chikares. Oh, okay. I've been good. 701 in the bank. What else in my damn pen at? As you should. You are a queen, Janet. You are a queen. Actually, does sound interesting. I might. I might. But I did think about it. Yeah, Jakaris, I wound up shaving. Yeah, and then I cut myself shaving like an idiot. 701. Oh, it's. I don't know. I might. My whole thing is it looks like maybe it's just me, but I feel like wrestling and soap operas are like it's like two opposing fan bases, if that makes any sense. And I know somebody that does both of them. I'm not going to sit there and say their name, but I just don't understand how you can sit there and put them, do a live stream of both of them, and it's like opposing fan bases. You know, I don't know. It does sound intriguing. Lashanta says, "Sonny got snakes everywhere." Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Jakaris, how have you been? How is the channel and everything going? How's life? Yeah, no, Ron, I remember you saying that. I mean, that person's going to burn in hell. So, um, I feel like we can all just take comfort in that. So we can all just take comfort in that. Carrie says Sonny's going to go crazy. Michael, Dex, Jocelyn, Ava, Mason, Austin's boss, Pikeman, all crossing her right now. I am so glad that I wore pants. But I'm gonna write it down now. This way I won't forget it. Harry says Miss Wu and Gladys across the sunny town. The old Sunny, the old school Sunny. I almost kind of forgot who he was. I almost kind of forgot about that guy. We are too. Like dead serious. I almost actually kind of forgot what he was like. It's been a minute. We are too. Damn. Harry said, "Yeah, we're glad you kept your." Thank you. I'm gonna try not to be offended by that, but okay. So it's that time already. But yeah, it's been a hot minute. You know, my whole thing on days, I want to know what is her. That is very true. That is very true. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. I'm just messing with y'all, sort of. But yes, no, you do have a good point. But yeah, I want to understand what is because at this point with Whitney or fake Pauline or whatever the hell you want to sit there and call her, it just seems like a case of misery. It really does. It seems like a case of misery. So, well, at least we are getting closer to it, and you know they don't seem like they're going to drag it out for too long, which I'm actually pretty happy about. Probably says Michael and Josh, Neva, maybe Dex will get a pass, but everyone else will feel the wrath of Sonny Corinthos. Well, it depends if the old Sonny comes out and play. Iran says, has the fake Cherie come back on your chat? Hmm, I would sit there and say no, but this person does like sit there and go by different names. Um, it's usually when they start to act stupid, that's when I start to notice a pattern in their writing, and then it's just like, all right, cool, I guess I gotta sit there and delete them again or block them again. Harry says Ava needs to be put in her place by Sunny. And Kyrie, I want to make sure I read that right now. Kyrie says Ava needs to be put in her place by Sunny. Yeah, I'm not exactly drunk yet, so I'm surprised because I know you're an Ava fan. So it's like the fact that just they're saying that Sunny needs to put Ava in her place just seems. Where's it? I'm just surprised you actually wrote that sentence. I think that's what it is. Lashanta says, Ryan, that's why I don't watch now. Ridiculous. You want to be with someone who hates your kids. Kyrie says, I'm a fan of Ava, but she's out of line right now. See, Kyrie, this is why I rock with you, Kyrie. because you, as much as you like characters, you do understand that certain people will get out of pocket. One of the many reasons why you're my right hand guy. It makes sense. And plus you're pretty cool also. But you also make sense. Now Eagle Fame says Ava is in her place. Now Becky D says Ava shouldn't be trying to do stuff behind Sunny's back. She should know better. You would think she would know better. Darby says Sunny won't have a choice but to remember the world of how vicious Sunny Corinthos can be. Sunny won't have a choice but to remember. But to remind the world of how, hopefully so. Now Curry says so she needs to remind it of the little short man temperance. He can't unleash. There we go. Okay, alright. How was it? It was good. It was good. It was good, Andrea. We had a good time. Chill and it was good. And he's always working a lot, and I feel like sometimes we should try to make more time with each other, for each other. But that's good stuff. Now your fan says Ava has not been right since her ex-husband cheated on her with husband. Sharon, Dex and Michael is not working against Sunny anymore. Carly figured out something is not right for Sunny not run guns. Poor Charles is not funny. Sunny is not on his mask anymore. Carly sees it. How are you doing tonight, Sharon Hunter? Sharon Marcus Lawrence Hunter. Let's everyone say what's up to Sharon. And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. See, hitting the like button really does help. Sam, really does help. Like one day, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna want to pluck myself in the eye with this thing. I'm gonna poke myself right in the goddamn eye. Now, LaShanta says when Ava got hooked, Sunny protected her. That's right. Let's say what's up to Sharon. And this is why I said this is why I say hit the like button. It helps because it's not even something that I say it because I'm a YouTuber. It's just something that actually does happen. Darby says Josh needs to see that side of Sunny if just get to her to act right around him. Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with that. Eagle Fang says the never-ending and disappointing Hook story. Gosh, I forgot about that storyline. Rightfully so. Haha. Becky D says Kyrie's Clark, she rock. Of course she rocks. Um, that's my guy right there. Even though technically I'm not allowed to have favorites. So, and yes, I'm still sitting there using that tired ass joke because, well, apparently that joke never really died. So, oh, that's why you said, Jesus Christ, I can't even. Harry says there's another gift of membership. Oh my God. Okay, thank you, Becky D. Oh, that's so crazy. Thank you, Kyrie's. Kyrie's, you are amazing. You are a goddamn lifesaver in so many ways. Um, yeah, if anyone wants to be a member, join. You'll need to make How to work on making it. Yeah, I know. I do want to do that at some point, you could think. Trust me, I do. I definitely do. I got so many things to work on, but that's definitely one of those things, though. Fisher says, I love the shade. Apparently, I'm not supposed to have a. sounds like a sounds like a shirt to me. It sounds like a shirt to me too, Tracy. Hit that button on the dollar sign button and become a member. We're gonna have a lot of fun this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun this weekend, so definitely join. I feel like almost everyone in here is already a member. Seriously, unless Sharon wants to become a member, or Ron, become a member. Ron, become a member. Seriously, I'm not joking. Become a member. Hit the dollar sign on the right hand corner. Become a member. Tracy says, I'm a member. What else? Oh, there it is. It is so weird though. Tracy said, yes, Discord would be nice. Yeah, I do want to do that. Oh, Jonathan is in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? I do want to do a Discord service at some point. I really do. I feel like when I start doing like Discord services and doing like maybe 4 live streams, um, that's not be something doing YouTube more full time. Trust me, trying to do live streams 7 days a week. Um, Not that it takes a lot out of me, but it's just one of those things where it's like just making sure I actually have enough to commit to it. It's so crazy. Gary says, I just checked the tracking number. Looks like the shirt has an even earlier arrival expected date. Nice. I am so psyched. I'm not gonna sit there and say what the shirt is called, but my guy Kyrie's actually got me a shirt, and it's gonna be hella funny. It's going to be hella funny, and I don't want to sit there and say we're gonna have a good laugh at it because, but you know, Ron, click on the dollar sign so you can become a member. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Jonathan, my friend, how have you been? Because I'm looking around. Hopefully, I'll go to somebody new. Hopefully, it goes to somebody new. Becky D says, "LOL, Curries. Thank you for always making my face hurt from smiling and laughing." Yeah, Curries just has that gift, and I'm very personally lucky to have him. Becky D says, "Oh, we probably will if Kyrie's had anything." Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Darby says the shirt should be, "I don't have favorites, but you, Kyrie's my number one guy." But Darby, technically, I shouldn't actually have a number one guy. Hell, I shouldn't even just this saying he's my right hand man, even though he is. Um, Johnson says, days when Abe told Whitney, "You're not my wife." See, Jonathan, this is like what I'm talking about. I love their pace. They didn't drag it out too long. They put it out there long enough. They just does it so well. It just does it so well. Um, but I want to know what her end game is, though. Shanta says, I'm sick of Adam getting blamed for everything. Yeah, I can actually I can understand where y'all are going with that. Like, I get it now. It sucks all around, because he should be getting blamed, and she isn't to act like he didn't lose a child as well. But yeah, I'm sorry I'm late in the chat. If I was Portia, I would divorce Curtis immediately, because what he did was ish, and he's full of ish. Then made up some BS excuse, lie on. I am so glad you're in the chat. And listen, whenever you're here, you're on time. Also, I was like a half an hour late too because I cut myself shaving because that just made sense. But no, again, thank you, Kyrie's. Kyrie's, you, God, what would I do without you? Johnson says, hopefully the baby reveal won't drag out either. Yeah, yeah. Valerie, Autumn ain't wrong though. Now, Darby says, potato, potato, Albert, main, main guy, number one guy. In all seriousness, I do still miss Mel. I do, I still miss her. I mean, in all reality, I would sit there and email her. If I had her email address, I would sit there and email her. Ron says, Albert, why Days of Our Lives? No, Ron says exactly, Albert, why Days of Our Lives is the best daytime soap opera. They don't drag things out. God, thank God for Ron, best head writer on daytime television. My dude said that he meant that 100%. No, seriously, I do value. Like, if I had an email address, I would sit there and email her. Prashanta says she can't blame Nick either. His family was. She's going to blame Nick as well? See, because that's what I heard. I heard she. Here's the thing. I heard she was going to blame Adam, and I already knew that. But blaming Nick is. I mean, granted, blaming both of them is out of pocket, but blaming Nick is just stupid. At least with Adam. Ugh. Autumn says, I read a spoiler that Drew is going to get 2 years in prison and Cyrus is going to be his cellmate. That could bring some interesting storylines because Cyrus likes to play my games. Riley, I would. Justice says the loss of Adam, Sally, and one child put the final nail in the coffin of their relationship. Yeah, no, definitely it did. Which honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm okay with it because I'm like, I don't even like Sally, and I don't understand why people want him with Sally. Becky Z says, yeah, Becky D. That was like I said, that was my girl right there. That was my girl right there. Carrie says she's still. Carrie says she probably is still watching. If you're watching now, we will welcome you back with open arms. Yeah, yeah, we will. Just said maybe Drew's gone. They bring Carson back. Um, who's Carson? Very curious of who's Carson. Yeah, no, I would, like I said, she was a sweet person. She just, yeah, Becky D. She was a sweet person. She just was a little bit extra in a lot of stuff. Wow, we actually have 45 people in the chat. I wonder how many likes we have. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Well, what it really comes down to is if Maurice Bernard actually wants it to happen, then it'll happen. Okay, so we got 25 likes. We got 45 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Now Jesse's just says, "Oh Lord, Carson and Carly and Jason." Oh, Carson. Yeah, I'm not used to these joint names. I don't know. I'm not used to these joint names. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Yeah, now if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. WC says I heard the Flash movie was a flop. I actually liked it. I actually liked the double thing. But it is one of those movies where you love the movie or you're gonna hate the movie. You are going to love that movie or you're gonna hate that movie. Because his personality is is very divisive. Autumn says, "How long do you think they're gonna drag this SEC storyline out?" Because Nina was coming out with the lies real quickly. Yeah, it was a bad lie too. How you can tell Nina was acting guilty. I want her to get caught so badly. Oh, we're all listen, Autumn. We're on pins and needles with that. With her, with Gladys. Oh, who do you want to get on caught first, Gladys or Nina? If we had to choose, who would you want to get caught first, Gladys, Nina, or Nina? The Johnson says SEC ain't trading, and yeah, it is. Double C says they cancel all the DC TV shows to prioritize DC. If the movies underperform, all those cancellations would be for nothing. I don't feel like they can't. I don't feel like they canceled it for that though. Like at least on at least on the W, or at least on CW. But I could be wrong. I feel like I'm partly right and partly wrong. Now, yep, they are. It was on pins and needles for a hot minute, Jonathan. Debbie says it's something about that Flash actor that rubs me the wrong way. It rubs a lot of people the wrong way, darn. It rubs a lot of people the wrong way, trust me. Uh, just that they will probably do something with Gladys because the actress playing Sasha needs to go on maternity leave soon. Well, they did a better job hiding the pregnancy than they did with Lulu. Curry says they have been called that for years, though. If you can see it, forget it. Jack, since that's a dumb ass name. Anyway, but Carson is legit a good name. Curry says I want them to be called in the same episode. But if you had to choose though, if you had to choose which one, you had to choose one or the other. Okay, LaShanta says Nina. Just said LOL Curry's. Jex is a cute name now. You know how Jess is with Jex. Of course, she is a lot more saner. Um, I would sit there and say about that whole thing. Autumn says, "Let's be real. Nina and Ava and Gladys are going to go to hell with a light on." Yeah, but who would you pick first, though? Now Johnson says Gladys first. Okay, very interesting. Gladys first. Yeah. I would sit there. For me personally, I would sit there and say Gladys first. Jesus. Kyrie says Jack sounds like puke. Oh. Autumn says I will pick Nina first. I would, you know what it is? I would love that build up with Nina. And hopefully this time it would pay off. Now, Johnson says WC and the CW is solely to blame for that. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I felt like it was like, yeah, I think it just had to do with the merger and everything. I just said, "Jack, sounds kind of like Jess, so I rock with it." He also says also think the actors they're no, I heard she was dating some soccer player. I don't know if it's true, but I heard she was playing some soccer play she was dating some soccer player. Becky D says Gladys first. I'm tired of Sasha getting taken advantage of. Then Gladys so she can go under the jail. Under the damn jail. Under the jail. Under the jail. Oh, man, surprised I was able. Look, I'm actually surprised I was able to stop that. Honestly, Albert, anything happen? Nope. You didn't miss a damn thing, Autumn. You really did not miss anything. That's the sad part. Is that I sat there, was like, maybe I could sit there and maybe review B&B. Nope. Curry says I'm not letting my Ava have on gasoline draws. I will be there. What if listen, I rock with Ava for just a lot of different reasons. I do feel like she is that chick, and plus, she's good looking. And Pop says they are sending Drew to Penville so he can finish the movie he is making, maybe another Hallmark movie. I can't even clown on the Hallmark movies because I haven't really watched any of the new ones. So I can't even sit there and say, oh, great, another stupid Hallmark movie. And I'm pretty sure some of them was good, right? They can't all be bad. Hmm. Just as there's no way another man will be comfortable with that amount of. Nope, that's not true. You be surprised, Jess. You be surprised. Like in all seriousness, you would actually be surprised. Becky D says definitely I don't like it when she is taking advantage of family. Brittany. Nina, I'm tired of Sunny defending her when all she does is run behind his back and sabotage his family. Okay, so you're with Nina being exposed first. Also, Brittany, thank you for joining. I usually see you in the comments section, so it's actually really good to see you, like in a live stream. Autumn says Ava should just tell Sunny what's going on so he can help. You would think so, right? You would think, but her man ain't signed those checks. Ooh. Hunter says, here comes, I don't know what that is next. Darby says, Gladys shouldn't go to jail, but she should be exiled by Sunny to a miserable place to live there for the rest of her life. I mean, my whole thing is like, she had no problem sitting there trying to send Cody to jail. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, normally I wouldn't, but I'm like, and she had no problem sitting there trying to send. Yeah, Brittany's another subscriber, a long time subscriber. What the hell is going on in my eye? A long time subscriber. But I rarely see Brittany on the live streams. Just and now they literally told each other they love each other on Twitter. Yeah, but they work together. It's like I love you, you're great. I mean, Jess, there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with someone, and if it's good for the show, I'm just saying, they'll do it. They will do it. I'm gonna look it up though, Jess, because I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Harry says Gladys is actually committing fraud and theft. Nina just snitched to be vindicated, so Gladys is way worse right now. That is actually well, yeah, she's definitely going to jail. She is definitely going to jail. Johnson says, "Do you think EJ and Kristen will be able to escape the dungeon eventually?" eventually. I don't think they're going to be there for that long. Yes, that's and Jonathan. Unfortunately, see, that's the thing though. Like when you stop and look at it, it's like eventually they're gonna escape. It's not like they're gonna kill one of them off, you know. So it's not a matter of will they? It's how they're gonna do it. It's not will, but how. Kerry says if they really Now, Kerry says if he really loves her, he would tell her to put on some lotion and Vaseline before filming. Yeah, that's actually kind of true. That's true. Listen, you got my girl going up in there filming and everything with some ashy ass legs, some ashy ass feet, and that's my chick. Cause I'm like, I'm kind of tipsy. Maybe I should kind of stop talking at this point. Maybe I should kind of stop talking at this point. But it's not a good look. It's not a good look on her, and it's damn sure not a good look on me. You sitting there telling the world that I'm just gonna accept anything. That's what you're that's what you're sitting there saying, Kyrie's. If he really does love her, because you come on now, he Valerie and Becky, you know damn well he's not wrong. Listen, you have your boyfriends go up and do national television with some ashy ass feet and knowing that they're going out with you. That dude is not there telling the world that well you accept anything. And that's not cool. Character assassination in real life. Autumn says I'm kind of on Ava's side when it comes to talking sense into Nina. Ava like Nina telling Ava's like Nina tell Sonny right now so he doesn't hear the truth from someone else. But she's like, nope, I'm not saying. Well, Autumn, you gotta sit there and remember who you're talking about. You're talking to a dingbat, okay? That's just the bottom line. Come on, Jesse Jess. You telling me that he's wrong? I mean, yeah, Autumn, that's what a true friend will sit there and do. Not lie to you, but tell you the truth though. Tell you the truth. Yeah, that's listen. That is true. Um but yeah, I'm like, Ava's not there telling her to tell her the truth and she's well, Nina's the type of person that likes people to lie to her. This is the thing about Nina. Nina's the type of person that will say to you that she wants you to be honest, but she really isn't. She really is just going to sit there and just lie straight to your face. I mean, she wants you to lie to her to make her feel better, to pacify her feelings. Autumn says, then since I guess Ned has memory loss right now. Nina sees it as a blessing. She probably like, yep, the truth won't come out. And when Sunny finds out, yeah, remember she was gonna sit there and she was gonna tell the truth in this episode. The minute she found out that Ned can remember, she came up with the most dumbest lie I've heard. Um, and Sunny believed that. Sunny actually gobbled that ish up. Just as I never seen Ned as Eddie Main, so hopefully it'll be interesting. Jess, when did you start watching the show? I'm very curious about that. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Kyrie, because I'm like, listen, it doesn't take much to be it doesn't take much to not be a dick. And that was a child right there, you know? I mean, I can be on so much medication in the world and I would never say something like that. So yes, you are 100% right on that. Ashanta says Ava's not her friend. She's sending her out. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Ashanta, Ava's not her friend. She's sending her out. Terry says I'm happy that Leo still remembers Julian. Yeah, me too. Because Olivia, oof, that was something that Olivia did that was just out of pocket. You know, I'm not just saying that Julian was a great person or whatever, but she did her damn best to make sure that Julian was no part of Leo's life, and kept referring to Ned as his real dad. Like, it was something about that just pissed me off, to be honest. Autumn says you're right. Sonny is slipping because if Jason was around, Jason would see right through Nina's BS. How come Sonny can't see through Nina's B? Yeah, no, I said the same thing, and that lie was bad. That lie was bad. She said something about how it slipped and she had what lotion on her and it fell and like it went into the sink and I'm like, and in some ways, I almost felt like Nina was slipping. Here's the thing: I could have sworn Nina was a better liar than that. Maybe she's not good as far as lying on the spot. Which, by the way, no one should actually ever be proud of something like that. Just says I forgot Julian, his bio dad. You would think Ava would see her nephew more often. You're 100% right. Becky D says was wondering what is wrong with the family just letting Leo wander off by himself like that in the hospital. You know, Becky D, it's actually funny because Eagle Fang said the same thing. Eagle Fang said the same thing. Of course, his criticism was probably what was interesting, but he was spot on though. Harry says Olivia hates Ava too much to fully trust her to spend any one-on-one time with Leo. Don't blame her as Ava shot her and killed her cousin. I get that, but I mean, even supervised visits though. Ava would accept that though. Ava would accept that. Ava would accept that. But for some odd reason, plot. LaShanta says when Ned was Eddie Main, he was a rock star and found love for Lois. He knew his family in Brooklyn. That's what and I'm so glad you said that, Lashanta, because even Dion was like, it was a little bit out of pocket. Ariana said, yeah, I thought Nina was a better liar too. I was like, but you kind of slipping. Just as she still lets Leo around Sunny. Ain't that something? But Ava don't care either way. Darby says Ned was always nice to kids, but since Eddie is his opposite, that doesn't require Eddie to act like Ned. It's like only remembering the nice parts of a person, not the total package of him. Yeah, I get it, but he was still a dick, though. Andrea says, "Bye, my friends, and goodbye and good night." Have a good night, Andrea. Harry says, "All Ava cares is that she has Avery, and that's her priority as far as kids concerned. I'm not mad at her. Well, it's not even about being mad at her. It's just like I mean, you could sit there and go and see your nephew every once in a while. It doesn't have to be often, but even if they didn't actually see each other, they could sit there and be like, "Hey, listen, I saw Leo." You know. Becky says Nina always way stressed out when her little lives are in danger of being exposed. She will worry herself into a blood pressure over the blood pressure over this mess she created. But have a good night. Have a good night, Andrea. Lashanta says Sunny gullible about woman except Carly. Remember Hannah, the FBI agent. Carly and Jason told him. Hmm. Didn't it turn out to be? Didn't that person turn out to be Reese Marshall? Do honors in the chat. Olivia should show Nat pictures of them so should Tracy and Brooklyn. Yeah, I agree with that. Lashanta says Ava sent Nina out keeping her hands clean. Ava sent Nina out keeping her hands clean. Well, what? Harry says, but if he thinks he is Eddie, how would he not remember Tracy? Yeah, is that and that's the thing. I'm so glad that you and somebody else brought that up because even Dion was like, but Eddie was a stage name, you know? That was his persona. But even his persona knew who his family was. Yes, it's not making a lot of sense. It's not making a lot of sense. But listen, if they do the storyline right, I'll be okay with it. Because I've realized something about soaps. Some things in soaps you got to go with it, right? Some things in soaps you just have to sit there and go with it. Some things in TV shows you have to sit there and just kind of accept. But as long as it's good, it'll usually balance itself out. Oh, we got another new person, Eric. Eric says, I really don't get it because I was watching in the 90s. Eddie was a good guy, not a not a douchebag like he's portraying now. They're doing that Jason thing and it sucks. This is what a lot of people are saying. Also, Eric, welcome to the group. Welcome to the group, Eric. Let's everyone say what's up to Eric. You too, Andrea. Thank you for joining. Let me finish this up. I might actually pour a little bit too much. I might definitely pour too much. Hmm. Well, I know how much to pour next time. Hmm. I don't know when. Wow. Okay. I don't know when Facebook started trying to recommend people to be friends with. Like I said, if this whole Eddie Main storyline is good, you know about it. You know I don't sit there and waste alcohol. I do not waste alcohol. It's like a rule, like a damn rule. It's, exactly, Duane. See, this is all the questions that we're sitting there asking. It's like it's not making any sense. And yeah, now Lashanta says, "I love Courtney and Lila." Becky D says, "Happy Juneteenth, everyone." Yes. Am I actually saying that right, Lashanta? I know it's Courtney, but is it Lila? We all talking about General Hospital, right? I always have to sit there and ask because it's like that's right. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Happy Juneteenth. Yeah, have a good night, Andrea. Thank you for joining. I just, I mean, we always, I mean, granted, I'm just still sitting there thinking about him running towards that pool and tripping over a towel. And I'm just like, first of all, why are you running and you're not looking where you're going? And second of all, where the hell is the damn pool guy to sit there and clean that up? I mean, that's a lawsuit right there. Now, obviously, I agree it's weird that Nat does not recognize Brooklyn and Tracy. At the very least, even Tracy, you know? Lashonda says Eddie Mane was when Stone was alive, really, and Sonny's what? Oh, okay. Johnson says my prediction for Gabby is that she will be in Megan's crossfire, but either she gets shot or caught in an explosive and they will get that Lulu Smith treatment. But yep, I feel, yeah, I was going to sit there and say that, Jonathan. Now, I guess my first thought would be recasting. Now, I can't sit there and say maybe. I feel like at this point they could probably, the thing is, Jonathan, I feel like one, they can recast, two, they can kill her off. Becky D says he was so happy skipping. Go tell Drew too. I was looking forward to him telling Drew. My dude was as happy as pig in. Well, we know that word. Yeah, exactly, the one. Is that? It makes no sense. Terry says, "Well, Ned not gonna sue his own." Oh yeah, that's true. I'm just not saying that could definitely be a lawsuit though, right there. My dude, because you just have to think about it. I was not happy with Tracy talking to that guy the way he talked to him. But at the same time, that dude just need to ask him a bunch of questions, and I'm like, you're not cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were worried more about what Tracy had to say rather than cleaning up the pool area. Does anyone even remember that when Tracy was snitching talking down to that pool guy? Johnson says, hopefully don't kill her. Remember Ray for he lost another sister. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, but the thing is, I wouldn't put it out the possibilities. That's why I would sit there and say maybe a recasting first, or maybe they'll just, like you said, they'll just put her in a coma. So yeah, we'll change that. Either A should be in a coma, B should be recast, or C they kill her off. Because it's not out the possibilities. Really not. Totally do that. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. She's been playing that character, I think, for like 10 or 8 years. I've lost track. I lost track. I'm very curious. I want to sit there and ask anyone in the chat because I know a lot of people they watch Brock TV, and they watch Sabrina Faith. Who's actually been on longer between Brock TV and Sabrina Faith? I'm very curious about that. I may put this as a poll question, but I'm very curious about that though. Andrea says I'm just listening now. So many people coming up doing the soap opera content. Then there's people that's just been doing it, and they've been doing it for a hot minute. Becky D says it doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, I think you're talking to somebody else. Johnson says it is it is possible. It just would be a shame if they dismember or dismaim the Hernandez family further, especially since the show only has one husband. Hmm. That's very true. That's very true. I always like to sit there and say it's not out the possibilities, but when you sit there and say it like that, I feel like probably one or two is going to make more sense though. Becky says it doesn't make any sense. Okay, might be talking to somebody. Darby says I thought hotel employees are supposed to be seen doing their jobs, not being heard. He should have known or been trained better around all those rich. Yeah, I agree with that. Laura B, have a good night. Thank you for joining. Tamara, have a good one, Albert, and everyone. Night, like all nights are fun. Have a good night, Tamara. Thank you for joining. I hope I said hi to you. I don't know if he was actually in the chat. And I did start drinking. Curry says I think Brock has been on longer. Big Samuel's in the chat. Oh my God, Samuel, how have you been? Let's everyone say what's up to Samuel. Samuel, my guy, how have you been? Now let's try to say GH Dragon. Samuel says, "Oh, I guess I came in late. Good, just tired. Well, it's always good to have you in the chat, my friend. Joanne says Sabrina Face is always missing. It's always missing streams. I know she did a stream yesterday, but somebody said Brock TV has actually been on longer. Very interesting. It's always interesting to sit there and hear from the OGs like Sabrina Faith, Brock TV, and James Live Jr., aka JLJ Media. Obviously, Camila was on What I Like to Live before days. I wonder what she's gonna be doing next. See, this is my whole thing now. What is she gonna be doing next? Because if she winds up doing like a Lifetime movie, like Victoria, aka Sierra did, um, and I'm not gonna lie, that movie looked bad. That movie looked bad, and I don't mean like in a good way. Now, Darby says Rafe is Hispanic. I wouldn't have known because all I know is by Rafe's last name because he never does any Hispanic culture things or celebration. Hmm. To be fair, well, if I was to look at him by himself, then I wouldn't sit there and I wouldn't know. But because I know, their sister, brother and sister, then yes. But no, you're right about that, Darby. Justice says whatever happened to Gabby, they should at least bring Dar Darbo, Mario Darbo. Darbo back. Harry says, why don't you like Talia? I don't like the weak mindedness of her. Mario. Darbio. Thank you. See, Jonathan, this is why you're my guy, because you already knew I was there struggling with that name, so thank you, Darbio. I don't like the weak mindedness of her. Like she is beautiful, she is kind, she is sweet, and yet you're being played like a fiddle. There's something about the fact that she's very beautiful and kind and good, and she is wasted, and she's being played. And it's like, it's just a waste. It's just a goddamn waste. Kind of pisses me off. Have a good night, Becky D. Thank you. Yes, I'll get to see you later in the week, Becky D. And so yeah, it's just a waste, and I don't like the fact that they're trying to redeem her by saying that she got emotionally abused, when in reality she got mutilated. Just bothers me all around. I'm like, yeah, listen, a woman that looks that good, that hot, and has a great personality and just very grounded, be played like a fiddle. It just bothers me. And she just comes across as just kind of naive and stupid. Now this they're trying to redeem her, and I'm just like, I just don't care. Like, hmm, seriously. But have a good night, Becky D. And I have no idea what that says. Honestly, tell you for false sober, I'm pretty sure I still wouldn't know what that says. Becky D says, good night, Valerie. Good night, Albert. Good night, Carice. Still waiting for a good read. I think, Becky D. Smith, you're talking about your book, Carice, which is actually pretty good. It's not to say Talia's just as guilty as Colin. Yeah, but see that. Hmm. See, that's the thing. But Colin is a POS, right? And deep down, he knows he's a POS, right? Like you can't really redeem him. You can't really redeem Colin, right? And I guess in some ways they're trying to sit there and redeem Talia, but oh, I can't. I can't do it. I can't listen. Somebody, maybe other people actually have more patience and tolerance than I do, and bless your heart for having it, because I just can't. I'm gonna really sit there and try to look for those damn spinners. That's what I want. I want a damn spinner. Oh, screw it. I'll look for it afterwards. Well, we're close enough. We're close enough. Kyrie's, good night, everyone. This has been fun as usual. It was really great to sit there and see you. Thank you for joining as always. Oh, I didn't actually think I was going to do 2 hours. I really didn't. But it took me a long time to actually drink that. I didn't actually think I was gonna drink. Yes, Lashante, Talia be gone. If only it was just that easy. If only it was just that easy. Uh, as much as I don't like Wendy on days, I don't know which one I don't like more. I don't know which I don't like more. Maybe I kind of don't like them equally. Have a good night, Valerie. Thank you for joining. It was really good to see you in the chat. Have a good night, Duan. Thank you for joining. Lashanta said Talia was all of that. Talia was at that house ABAT. Oh yeah, no, yeah, she came there. I just I'm very curious to know why she's doing what she's doing. You damn right, Duan. You'll see me tomorrow. And I won't start a half an hour late because I won't sit there and be trying to shave like a damn madman, aka like an idiot. Um, I was good up until okay, I actually did cut two parts myself. Have a good night, Lashanta. Thank you for joining. And Darby says Talia is just as much of a pro POS as Colin, but she just like a candy bar wrapped with nudity and goodness like a Snickers bar. That's putting it lightly. Yes, but yeah, she is definitely a POS. I just don't like the fact that they're trying to go with emotional abuse as opposed to her being manipulated. Now I get it to some extent. Um, I don't. Hmm. I just no, 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 no. I'm trying. You know, here's the thing. I'm kind of tipsy, and on some level, I'm trying to sit there and be like, maybe I can sit there and try to sympathize with her. But she also does come across as a waste. Like she could be. Here's the thing. She could do so much better than sitting there being with Colin, and I just don't like this. So, oh, I didn't know any better, and oh, he was manipulating me, and oh, I really loved him, and it's just like, no, 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 no. Graham says, I'm glad you're still going. I had to adult. Graham says, I'm glad y'all still going. I had to adult for a few. I had to adult for a few. Graham says, what did I miss? Um, nothing, but I would. You know what? We're following each other on Instagram, so I want to know what adulting actually means. I'm very curious what adulting means. My dude says still going to have to adult for a few. I'm pretty sure it's not as. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably not as raunchy as my comment as far as research meant, but Darby says, "Oh no, let's not send Jada's sister to jail." Was she so? She does, but you know what they're doing, Darby, at this point, right? You know what they're doing. They're gonna redeem her. They're gonna sit there and make her like girls. Um, the girls part, honestly, touch you've heard. Here's the thing. I can see. Here's the thing. I can see people being upset, right? Oh, she didn't even like girls. Now she likes girls. But here's the thing, though. What people don't seem to understand is that listen, at any point in life, you can sit there and decide, okay, I like girls. I like boys. Whatever. I can get past that. I just don't find her a good enough character to care about the redemption arc. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. Grant said, yeah, Nick agreed with Adam. He would have made the same choice. And, now Darby said, I don't know what adulting is, but do I have to wash my hands afterwards? Nope, Darby, I don't think they were actually talking about the same thing. And by the same thing, I mean I talk about research, which I'll probably talk about a little bit too much, but I'm very curious about what adulting is. I sit there and okay, I look at it this way. There's no right there is no right or wrong answer to an extent, right? The choice that Adam made. But this is the way that Sally sees it, and this is what I'm understanding and what I would do in that situation. But Adam chose Sally, right? So Sally looks at it like Adam chose what he wanted as opposed to the right thing. Because if you look at it, Sally would want him to save the baby. Okay? That's what Sally would want. And oof, there's no right answer. But if I had to sit there and think about it and be with that person, I would choose the baby. I would choose the baby because I know that's what she would want. Now, that is not an easy choice. I would not put that on anyone, but that's the choice that I would make. Where the no, seriously? Okay. Ariana says, "Good night, Albert. I'm thinking about you. Drive through Starbucks in the morning. I think about you as well. I really do. When I get my latte in the morning, I think about you as well, Ariana. Ariana, but you have a great night. Thank you for joining. This is so fun, and it's always a pleasure to have you in the chat." Darby says it's like alien invasion in practice. I still don't know what that means, and I might actually drunk a lot, but I still actually have my senses. Tracy said Albert behave in a way. Tracy says Albert behaving in a way as responsible adults when adulting. I'm just very curious about what adulting means, but I'm like, eh, adulting can mean something else as well. Darby says who's going to raise the baby with Adam and with Sally dead. Um, the dude. To be honest, Darby, the dude has money. Okay, it's not like he can't have It's not like he can't have nannies and stuff like that and raise a child. He has help. He has help. Listen, at the end of the day, he chose what he chose, and it is what it is. But I understand that is the problem is the problem is Gemini says Sally baby was having health complications, so the baby may not have made it out there. Yeah, I get that. I do. But listen, at the end of the day, other decision that he made, he's going to regret for the rest of his life, right? Other decision he make, he's gonna regret it for the rest of his life. Now, yes, Gemini, just because the baby had health complications doesn't mean that the baby wouldn't have made it out there. You know, I just sit there and I look at it and I think to myself, what would the love of my life want? What would the love of my life want? And I would have to sit there and put their feelings ahead of my own. And so, in a lot of ways, it's a no brainer, you know? Uh, yeah. Here's the thing, Gemini, you're not wrong about that, right? But at the end of the day, look at it this way. Look at it this way, Gemini. Yes, Zach can always have a baby. Um, but she mean, it's like you can always have another baby. You can always have another child, but you can have another mother. But that's the thing, Darby. I mean, that's the thing, Gemini. Because a lot of times in those roles, you have to sit there and be both parents. I'm not. Here's the thing. When I sit there and say, I'm not shaming Adam for what he did. Okay, I'm not. Now, Gemini says when your baby heart is not developed, is way more complicated. No, it is. And at the end of the day, you take a gamble. You take a gamble. Now, Gemini says, honestly, Sally was stressed because she was worried about Nick and her baby. And, yeah, I will sit there and say this much. Sally was out of pocket for blaming Adam for so many reasons, right? Now, one could look at that, Gemini, and I'm so glad you brought that out because one could sit there and look at that and be like, well, why are you blaming him when you're the one that was sniffing at acting out of pocket? You're the one that was there stressing over Nick. You're the one that was there deciding you were losing your mind and everything like that when he told you to sit there and just chill out because of your blood pressure. But at the end of the day, the thing about a situation like that is that there's no right or wrong answer. Sally could have did everything that the doctor and everyone else is telling her, and that still could have happened. And they still could have went through that same choice, right? Now Gemini says she blamed Adam and allowed Nick to console her. Yeah, no, I mean, what I was sitting there and say about that, Gemini? Why the hell do people want Sally and Adam back together? That's my whole thing. Why the hell? Well, I mean, Gemini, she could have did everything that the doctor told her to do, and that still could have happened. That's the thing. Nature is a cruel reality. But Darby says now Sally is going to hate Adam totally with the help of the wasted of space Chloe. Yeah, and that's the thing. Darby and Gemini and everyone else. I always sit there and I look at that situation. I'm just like, when people say they want Adam and Sally back together, I'm like, why? Why? Why do you want this man? Why do you want a character that you like to be with someone who is like Sally? Why? Why would you want to condemn any man, any character like that? Gemini says, I'm fine with her hating Adam because at least she can have a baby with Nick like she wanted. Yeah. But, if Nick actually still wants to sit there and be with Sally, after the way that Sally treated Adam, then he deserves everything that he gets from that woman. Gemini says Chloe is not on contract, so she would not be around to give an opinion. Well, that's good. I'm gonna be honest. I really do not like Chloe. Oof. Well, actually, tell you the truth, I don't like both Chloes. I mean, her and the one on days. So, as far as I'm concerned, they're both pretty much kind of trash. They're both trash. Hmm. Now, as much as I would love to sit there and stay up, I am going to sit there and call it. Ever said, okay, let's see it. We just don't want Nick to win over Adam and gloat about it. I don't know. I just know it's a suck ass situation in general. I think I'm gonna sit there in the stream right here. 'Cause I do gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which well not 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, which is practically the same thing. I don't know when to leave though. No, it's good. We're gonna sit there and stay up for a little bit longer. Just because I don't feel like actually leaving yet. It's at 4 o'clock like it was already Thursday. Jeez, this is what happens when I get like really tired and I'm like I've been drinking. Gemini says Adamson will have a better attitude because he is back to being only child again. It is a child, so I didn't really, I didn't really think about what I was saying. Now, Gemini also says Elena will explain what happened and how bad things got for Sally and her baby. Let Nick hold some blame. See, and that, but why would Nick hold any? Here's the thing: no one should be holding any blame, and I mean no one. Not Nick, not Adam, not Sally. Let's stop and think about this. Again, this is nature, right? And not, I mean, granted, get your rest. And I am pop. I'll probably sit there and leave in like 4 minutes. But see, that's the thing though. And Tracy, I love doing this way too much. I do. Um, but see, that's the thing though. No one should be holding any blame. I just don't understand why is this. I keep looking at this like there's more in there. There's no one to blame. Granted, in all truth of the matter, I wouldn't feel comfortable since they're blaming a woman for what happened to her. I just wouldn't. I couldn't do it. We enjoy. I really enjoy doing this. Have a good night, Ann Pop. Thank you for joining. It was really good to see you. Have a good night, Darby, my friend. Thank you for joining. Hope I get to see you tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy doing this. But it's just it's just a suck situation in general. Just a suck ass situation in general. Jimmy says Victor will feel bad, but he will definitely tell Nick that Sally can go. You're right. You're 100% right. Now, Gemini says, Albert, when you're pregnant, stress is off the limit. No, and that's the thing. It wasn't. Yeah, it was stress. It was heartbreak and everything like that. And it definitely sucks, right? It definitely sucks because I understand what she. I understand. Well, I understand to a certain extent where she's coming from, right? I get that. And granted, maybe she, maybe she will, maybe she won't look at that and be like, maybe she will, maybe she won't look at that and be like, I was out of pocket, you know. While I'm so much wallowing in my own grief and I'm angry and I'm lashing out, he lost a child as well. Now, part of me is kind of pissed off at her because she can't see that, you know. She can't acknowledge that because she's into her own stuff. But maybe later on she will sit there and be like, hey, listen, I don't like what you're doing. Like, I didn't like what you're doing, but at the same time, you lost a child as well. I don't get what people see in Adam and Sally because you sat there and you watched it today, and in all fairness, this is I don't want to sit there and say this is her true colors, but this is a part of her, and it should not go unnoticed. Man, I really want one of those spinners. Gemini says, did Nina tell Sunny the truth? Nope. She was going to. Exactly, Andrea. She was going to, but then when she found out that Ned couldn't remember anything, she was like, okay, I'm good. And then she made up a really terrible lie. And Sunny just believed it. Gemini says, I'm tired of them writing Adam character always losing. It's annoying. But here's the thing, Gemini. And I'm glad you said that because that's how they feel about Nina. That's how people feel about Nina. Nina fans are always just like, I'm tired of her always losing. I'm tired of her always um, being on the losing end of the stick. Toby says it's going to be fun watching Adam now. I don't know. It's heartbreaking. Brittany says Nina is allergic to the truth. And Andrea just says, first what? Gemini says Sally chose Nick because she thought she was going to get a fairy tale. Yep. One day I feel like both of them are gonna wake up and be like, "What the hell was I thinking?" Like, let's stop and think about that for a minute, because I'm pretty sure we've all been at this point where we realize later on that the person that we were with, we just woke up one day and we're just like, "The hell was I thinking?" I have. Andrew says I'm still listening in, Albert. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, yeah, I mean, granted, Jim, I always felt like the breakup between Sally and Adam was just stupid. To this day, I feel like it was stupid. And people always sit there and make the reference of, oh, well, Adam shouldn't have called Sally pathetic. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but his heart was in the right place. And I said that before, even when I wasn't a huge Adam fan. He says Adam's going to be like Cobra Kai with no mercy. Yeah, everyone keeps saying like he's gonna be dark, he's gonna go dark and everything like that, and I'm like, Jimena says it definitely made my share of hell no in some ways. Yeah, we all have, and honestly, tell you the truth, I feel like, whoa, I know I'm not drunk. The one and only JLJ Media is in the chat. Oh, actually, let me get some water. I actually got to sober up. We got James in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to James. My inspiration for doing these live streams. James says, like Adam killing the baby was tired. It's actually really funny. I was actually just talking about you, James. I mean, granted in a good way, but like I was thinking talking about like the OGs, and I was like, you got Sabrina Faith, you got Brock TV, and you got James Live Jr., aka James. Andrew's like, I'm back. Well, yeah, of course you're back. You got James in the chat. Jesus Christ, I had to sit there and sober up for a minute. Gemini says, "Oh, James to go." Yes, that's very true. I hope I don't look too drunk. James said, "You better give me my flowers one day." James, oh my God, we gotta sit down. We gotta do another live. We gotta do another live stream together. I have to come on. I'm gonna have to come on James' channel. Although I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to. I kind of want to interview James on my channel, and I just mean just James, like not anyone else, just James. Look at me, acting all flustered. I love Eddie Main. Yeah, see, my whole thing, like I came in. James says, "I'm coming on your channel." Good, because I want to interview you. Set it up. Good, 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 good. It's actually kind of funny. I actually watched sit there and do this like a while back. Yes, I think yes, Tracy. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, this guy has actually inspired so many people. You know, like yeah, me and James. I'll talk. It's actually pretty interesting because it's like he inspires so many people to sit and doing different forms of media, and for me, it was live streaming. Debbie said, James, what do you think about Eddie Main? Leo, he's not his kid. James says, I was shocked by Eddie Main's development. Yeah, I'm curious to sit there and see where they're gonna go with this whole Eddie Main storyline because he was like in the '90s and I started watching it in the year 2000. So I'm like, listen, if they make it fun, I'm cool with it. Autumn says I read a spoiler about Josh getting her father to help her out, to help Dex out of the mob because she still itching about it. My personal opinion is Dex likes working with for the mob. He likes the money. Yeah, and he likes that money also. I'm let's be honest. He did sit there and say, "quote unquote," I get paid well. James says Eddie was realistic. He had to be mean to the kid, but I love Tracy with Leo combo. Wow, I think that's kind of a universal thing because, like, I actually love his her combo, her conversation with Leo as well. Although I do want Tracy to be gone like yesterday, but I appreciated it for what it was. Gemini says Ned probably told him to bring back Eddie Main because Ned probably told them to bring back Eddie Main because plot. Maybe it was a reason. You know, it's funny because Dion wasn't there saying like, hopefully they bring in Lois. Everyone wants them to bring in Lois, and it's not like B&B has actually done a fine job lately with the character because they didn't really give her anything to do. Gemini says, "Gosh, Josh leaving Dex. Gosh, leave Dex alone. Can she be any more annoying?" James says, "I gotta go. Bye, kids. Support Albert's peeps." Thank you, James. Got a blessing from James. Nah, James is my guy though. James is my guy. I keep hoping that something's gonna come out, but it's actually kind of funny because we literally sitting there talking about James too, as far as being one of the three OGs, and then he shows up. That is awesome. Andrea says that's the part I came in on James and get to watch the last 5 minutes of James. I just started my vacation with my family. Jimena says with the writers on strike, I think the characters are creating their own storylines. Hmm. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be something. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be something. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't know. All right. Now, with that being said, I think I'm gonna sit there and go because I do gotta wake up at like 5, 5:30, which is still pretty early. But I wasn't done talking, and I'm so glad that everyone still stuck around. All the 23 people. James came in the chat. This was awesome, and like James said, we're gonna sit there and do a video with James. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. So you heard it first. But I do want to thank everyone for joining now. This was a lot of fun. Love, 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 love doing these. Also support my guy James. Subscribe to his channel. I will leave the link to his channel in my description box. So definitely join James, become a Lottie. Um, he's the guy who can do streams. So Jonathan says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Albert Bostic. Yes, Jonathan, I look forward to seeing you as well. And also, thank you. I love that outro. Have a good night, Gemini. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Autumn. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Andrea. Thank you for joining. Again, join James's channel. Um, you support me. I support him. That's how we do. That's how it should be done in all these, in this area at least. Brittany says, don't forget to, yes, hit the like button on the way out because that actually really does help. Emily says, we need a YouTube, We need a YouTube members video with James so we can speak frankly. Ooh. That's actually not a bad idea. Actually not a bad idea. I don't know. Part of me wants to, but the other part of me is like, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that on a separate occasion. Maybe I'll do it on a separate occasion. I don't know. I'll ask him about it. But have a good night, Brittany. Thank you for joining. This was so much fun. Um, Everyone in the chat is amazing. I love each and every single one of y'all. I really do. And I cannot express my gratitude to y'all enough. And again, if you're not a fan of it is actually kind of a great idea. It actually isn't a I actually kind of do like that. So we'll see. Yes, definitely join James on his channel. I am not too drunk to sit there and leave his link in the description box below, so definitely join. Gemini says family is leaving, so I'm back on live tomorrow night. Good, Gemini. I hope I get to see you. Well, it'd be good. It'd be good to see you then, Gemini. Tracy, Andrea, Gemini, Spiderquake. I forgot you were streaming. I just finished Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, I get to see you tomorrow then, Spiderquake. And Brittany, it was actually really great to sit there and see you. Gemini says we need honest, unfiltered conversations with James. Members chat. I kind of like that idea. I'll ask him. I'll ask him if he's down for it. Then I'll definitely do it. If he's down for it, I'll definitely do it. We'll have a real conversation. I actually really do like that idea. Gemini, what would I do without you? Have a good night, Tracy. Thank you for joining. And good night, everyone. I bet. Either way, we're going to sit there and get something going with him now. But Spikewick says, as long as my phone isn't dead, I'll be here tomorrow because I never got the charging port fixed, so it charged. So, oh, okay. I got you, Spikewick. I got you. Well, hopefully I get to see you tomorrow. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. All right, everyone. Stay safe.